Hello, today we are going to make a simple login website for you. This is just a short tutorial on how to make a single login website using HTML. So first of all, you are just going to right click, go to new, and let's create a folder. Here is where we are going to store all our HTML files. So I'm going to save it as login. Get it? So now, while we've created this folder, we are going to look for our text editor. You can use Notepad or VS Code, but for me, I'm going to use VS Code because it's easy to use. You can use Notepad to follow this tutorial. So now if you open VS Code, this is how you look like. We need to open our folder into VS Code so that we can save our HTML files inside that folder we created over here, this one. So in order to do that, you can do the same for Notepad if you want to use Notepad. So we just go to open folder, then this pop-up will come, then you look for your folder. I have stored my folder on desktop, so I just go to desktop and I click on login, and then I select the folder. They will ask if you trust this author. Just press on yes, I trust them. And now as you can see, this is our Notepad. Now you can do the same for this is our folder. You can do the same for Notepad. So I'm going to show you how to do the same for Notepad. So over here, you can come here, search for Notepad, then click enter, and then come to files, then open, then go to, I've saved my folder in desktop, so I go to desktop, then I look for this one, then there's it, login, then you just open. As you can see, it's black. So if you do your HTML file here, you can just click on file. You click on file, then press save as. Then you can go to desktop. Then you can save it at your folder you created on your desktop. So this is how to save it on Notepad. Let's go back to VS Code. So now in VS Code, these are the things to get started with. You see, we have new file here. If we click here, we can create a new file. So we go index.html to get started with the HTML. So you are going to build a simple login page, and let's just get started. So I'm going to create an HTML document. So HTML tag. You get it? You can do a simple way. If you're using VS Code, you can do it in a simple way. So for example, I can just do this. Shift, then exclamation mark, then I can hit enter. VS Code will do the hard work for me. So let's continue building the body. So all we need to do is just change the title of the website. So we are going to change it for it to be let's say login page. This is a simple login page that you are going to do. So as you can see, this is the doc type of the HTML documents. So the body is where all our content is going to be. The body is where our real website is. So we are just going to make a simple tag. So I'm going to use an h1 tag, which is called the header tag. So I'm going to do h1, then enter. VS Code makes it easy for me to do this. So I'm just going to do login page. As you can see, you have done a simple h1 header over here. So let's see it on the website. So to see it on the website, this is what you do. Because you saved it on your folder, come to desktop, go to your login folder that you created. As you can see index.html here. Just click on it. And now if it opens, you can see login page written here. This is so simple to do. Very, very simple. So now if I go back to my VS Code, I can now add more things like maybe a P tag. A P is called paragraph tag to make paragraphs in your web page. So I'm going to do P because I'm using VS Code. It's going to be easy for me. As you can see, VS Code has automatically done the starting tag, which is this one, and the ending tag, which is this one. Sorry, let me just press Ctrl C. Okay, so as you can see, you can write something in between here. I'm going to write something simple. Log in to your dashboard, something like that. Okay, so don't mind my spellings. My spellings are not wrong. I'm not gonna spell it. Okay, so as you can see, we've just done a simple login. So now if you just Control S to save and we go back to our website over here and click on refresh, you can see login to your dashboard. So this is just the introduction of H1 and P tag. H1 is from H1 to A6 and P tag is just a paragraph tag. This one script paragraphs. So now I'm going to introduce you to input tag. The input tag is where we are going to do the login formats where the person can use where the person can input his name, password, and those type of stuff. So I'm going to do a simple login page for that. So the first thing I'll do would be a form tag. A form tag is a tag that contains all the input tags and all the tags that are being connected to forms, like how you are filling forms for application and stuff. So just add that something. So I'm doing a form tag, which is VS Code automatically does it for me. So form, as you can see, is giving me action. The action is what it will do if the person fills out that forms. But I'm not going to do that for now. So I'm just going to click on enter to give it space. As you can see, there's space between these two tags. So now I'm going to create another tag called the input tag where the user will input his username, password, and those type of stuff. So I'm going to do input tag. The input type will be text. So the text will be maybe I'll do this one username. So username will be text. So I'm going to do placeholder. Placeholder will be where your name will be. So let me show you. So placeholder, I'm going to name it user name, and I'm going to do this required. So now required means that it is necessary for the person to put in his username, or else if he doesn't put in his username, it won't work. That's why I put in this required here, so that the user won't skip this part. So I'm going to do another one called input, and VS Code automatically does it for me, and I'm going to do email. As you can see, the type of this input is called email, and I'm going to do a placeholder. So placeholder, and I'm going to do your email. And I'm going to do another one too, like that. Is between, remember that all the input tags should be between this form. You get it? So now I'm going to do another one. Input, I'm going to do password. So my input type, this one, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cancel the text and do it password. As you can see, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do placeholder, and I'm going to do password. Yes, password. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do. So I'm just going to press Control S to save, Control plus S to save. Then I'll come back to my website and I'll just press on refresh to see how it will look like. And as you can see that we can type anything over here. I can type any email here, and I can just do this here. So we can also add this required over here. So each of them, I'm going to do required. So required, this one too, required, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so now as you can see, we've done a simple input tag text where users can put in their username, email, and password so that they can log in. So what you are going to do next is do the submit tag. So To do that, you are going to create a button, and that button, you are going to, or we can do this. Let's do this simple. You are going to create another input tag. We're going to name this submit. Get it? And now we're going to name this placeholder submit. So Control S to save, and now we're going back to this and just refresh. As you can see, you have a submit button, and as you can see, if we click on submit, because you've not written anything over here, you can see that it says please fill out these details. It's because of this required we brought here. It's because of this required. If you don't bring this required, then if the user clicks on submit, it will just send him to his dashboard without him filling these things. So it's good to bring that required here, so that in case someone does not fill this one and press submit, it will say that please fill out this field. So it's very, very important. So now, as you can see, I don't like the way this is together. So you are going to separate it. So in order to do that, there's another tag called the BR tag. BR tag also means break tag. Is to move the other lines to the next line. So I'm going to do this. So in this input tag, beside it, I'm going to create a BR tag. So just do BR. BR is a single tag, meaning it doesn't have an end tag like how other tags have. For example, you see this title. The title has an end tag, which is this one. But BR, you can only do this and leave it without creasing it. So I'm going to do the same thing for this. So I'm just going to copy this atrocity copy. I'm going to just control it. Yes, control it. Okay, so now let's Control S to save, and now let's go back to our website and see how it looks. As you can see, our website has the input fields have come together, and this looks really nice. So you can do this as much as can. I can do another BR tag to make it a bit separated, but if this is not the right way to do it, you can use a paragraph tag to do that. But for this one, I'm just showing another trick to do this. So now I'm just going to refresh. As you can see, you can only use the P tags. So I'm just going to cancel this. Just going to cancel this and then delete the other. So now, as you can see, we have everything. You've done our Lotto page successfully. So if we come here and click create username. So for example, let me create my username Jude, my email. And if I could pass it into, but if I click on submit, as you can see, it doesn't do anything. Submit does not do anything. So to solve this situation, we need to create another page. Maybe let's see, create another HTML document for this tutorial. So I'm going to create another HTML document. So for VS Code, click on this and create maybe this. This is simply. So now I'm going to create a simple HTML. So I'm just going to do what I did the first time. Remember that if you are used by these, just copy everything I'm doing here. Right, just copy. So I'm just going to do just as something say you are no something simple like this. So I'm just going to Control S to say, and I'm going to link this to the keynote so that if the user clicks on this submit button, it will send you to the you have logged in page. So I'm going to as you can see, this action is where you come to paste in our dash date here. This one. So that's its account today. So I'm going to just write dash HTML. So now if we save, click on refresh, and now if I just write my username, just write anything here, and then my password. If I click on submit, you see over here the rating you have logged out. Everything. This is how to create a successful login page using HTML. So I'll see you in the next one.